All right, Richard, what's something we often see in the second game of a back-to-back?
A lot of times you see tired players, but that's part of it. Can you play through that fatigue? That's a big portion of being an NBA player.
Now let's check out the starters for the Detroit Pistons. Ivy and Thompson are the 2 and the 3. Harris and Duren together in the middle. And it's Cunningham in at the point guard position.
Yeah, strong player mentally. Cunningham showing the physical strength on that play.
Outside Grimes. Philadelphia moving it around. Walker finds Embiid. Shoots over Duren. Embiid misses. And so Thompson will bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. And this is their first time matched up with Philadelphia this year.
And it's no surprise they won the season series last year. They put more talent on the floor.
In their eyes, that's just taking care of business. They believe they're supposed to beat this team, but they'll have to see how the season series shakes out.
So it's Philadelphia now. The Pistons getting their last shot to go. 5 on the clock. Screen by Embiid. And that one drops.
Such a pure score. If George finds his shot, it's almost as good as in.
You know, when you think about the league's most capable scorers, Paul George has to be on that list, Richard.
When I think of PG, he's just a perfect basketball player. Dunks, threes, mid-range. This man can do it all. And when he's got it going, it's hard to think of a more complete scorer.
The Pistons need to get one up quick. Duren, no good. Philadelphia with the ball. Outside Walker. And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. And here's Maxey outside. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. The Pistons have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. And there's contact and a whistle. So he's got 2 shots coming up. RJ was a wild year in Philadelphia. They used 30 players last season.
Third most for a team in league history. They set a record for different starting lineups with over 50. Yes, 50 combination. They're hoping for a little bit more consistency this year.
And he makes a first. Well, you need a real big-time star to win in this league. And Grant, the Pistons have that in Cade Cunningham.
Oh my, B.A. It took until year 4 for him to really break through. Already a player who can impact the game in so many ways, but when his numbers go up across the board, that's doing something special.
It's both from the stripe. And last season, the Pistons became the first team ever to triple their win total from the previous campaign.
Yeah, going from the worst record in the association in 2024 to a playoff team in 2025. And now they look to just keep on rising.
And here's Detroit. They want to keep rolling here following the win against Brooklyn.
And it wasn't just their starters putting in work. Their backups were real spark plugs on offense.
Yeah, your second unit, those reserves, they can swing a game.
Here's Edgecombe. Against Toronto, he was really on his game. Outside McCain. Over Ivy. The Sixers again can't hit.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Cunningham passes to Harris. Now here's Duren. And here's Ivy from the arc. Counted from distance. Ivy's got 5 points. And so it's Detroit closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. A big difference in shooting percentages. That's why they lead. And don't go far. We'll be right back. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen from Detroit, what do you guys think?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
They are playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
We've got Maxey, Kelly Oubre out there with Trendon Watford. Then there's Jared McCain, and it's Bona in at the 5. That's the group for Philadelphia to kick off the second quarter. And it's Green with the ball for the Detroit Pistons. 7-point game, biggest lead so far. Now LeVert. Stewart finds Green. Here's LeVert. And that's good. His first bucket of the game. Second quarter of basketball. About a minute played so far. Pass to Bona. And Grant, when talking about certain players, we hear expressions like, he does the little things, or he does the dirty work. What does all that mean exactly?
You know, it's about what doesn't show up in the box score. Setting good screens, winning those 50-50 balls, hustling back on defense. Often, it's just as important as putting up those points.
LeVert, that's good.
That's a big make for LeVert. Should help his confidence.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Group getting ready for the Sixers. Embiid, he's checked in for Bona. Walker comes in for Watford. Paul George, he's checked in for Oubre. And it's Grimes in for McCain. A big group substitution here for Detroit. Duren, he's checked in for Stewart. Thompson comes in for Holland. Ivy's checked in for Green. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for LeVert. 76ers trail by 12. Well, Richard, the Sixers with a lot of money tied up in Tyrese Maxey, Paul George, and Joel Embiid.
Ooh, that's not a lot of flexibility. They need those guys to be healthy and contributing. The talent is there, but it also has to be about the availability.
Now here's Cunningham. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Launches it. Robinson can't hit. The 76ers have got none of their first 3 shots to fall so far in the second. Nice shot by George.
Getting it done inside. You know, I love seeing George be active on the interior.
Cunningham with the ball. Maxey covering. Pass to Ivy. Now Robinson fires the 3. Walker pulls down the board. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Philadelphia moving it around. Fades. Embiid can't hit.
Well, that's what you get when you go for style points with the fadeaway. And look, he paid the price.
Now here's Cunningham. Shoots over Maxey. And that concludes the first half. Pistons ahead. They're up by 10. And Allie LaForce has something for us on the sidelines. Hey, Allie.
I'm here with Nick Nurse, and Coach, I saw you imploring your team to pick it up. Where do you need to be better in the second half?
Well, we're not very good offensively right now. I think we're taking some okay shots, but we got to be a little bit more patient and keep moving it around a little bit. Need multiple paint touches rather than just one. So we just got to do a little bit better job of getting off it and relocating a little bit.
Patience is a virtue. Thank you, Coach.
Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball.
And hello, everybody. What an amazing first half performance it's been for the Detroit Pistons.
Smooth operation. I wish every team played this intelligently Yeah, if you look at the shots they're getting, they obviously had a game plan coming in, Shaq.
Moving on, in our game, here are the top performers so far.
Their teams have leaned on them, and they've been rock solid. Actually, more than that, they've been the catalyst.
Leading by example. We're seeing it firsthand. That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. You gotta like what Jaden Ivey has done in this game.
Yeah, even with the extra attention he's getting from the defenders, he's finding ways to excel.
He's just that good. You can plan for him, but he just makes great adjustments on the fly.
Shutting the floor for the Pistons. Harris and Duren together in the middle. Ivey and Thompson at the 2 and the 3. And it's Cunningham in at the point. Well, the rise of Tyrese Maxey has been fun. What do you think makes him such an exciting player, RJ?
Oh, it's his speed and tenacity for sure. He might be the quickest guard in the league right now. And in addition, he's also become an absolute knockdown shooter.
That free throw's good from Maxey.
Watching Tyrese Maxey grow as a player has been special. He's constantly adding new wrinkles to the game, improving his skill set on both sides of the ball.
Both free throws good from Maxey. And for the Sixers, the growth of Tyrese Maxey has been everything, Grant.
Oh my, his growth both with his play, but also with his leadership has meant a lot. And he has such a joyful energy. It really helps pull this team together.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, Tyrese Maxey, a late first-round pick back in 2020, but he's become an all-star. He said, quote, "I've always had that chip with me from day one. I had to earn everything I got from a basketball perspective and to make a name for myself. I tried hard to foresee and envision this." Guys?
The drive for greatness. All right, Allie, appreciate the report.
Defense looks helpless against Embiid on that slam. He's just too physical.
1:57 left in the third quarter. Here's Cunningham. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line.
Personal foul. First team foul.
When you think about the skill of Cade Cunningham, Graham, and his height, what a combination.
You know, B.A., whether it's scoring inside or seeing over the defense or just beasting on smaller guards, his 6'6" frame is certainly an advantage.
Free throw good from Cunningham.
Yeah, can you say total package? Cunningham, the prototype guard these days.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy.
Come on, fans, get up, get loud. It's your Sixers ENT. All right, everybody, coming on the court. It's Sixers ENT. Let me hear you.
And here's a look at the top shooters last season. No wasted chances among this group. Jalen Duren is second.
So consistent from the floor. He shot it at a great clip last season.
And so George will bring it up for the 76ers. They trail by 9. Next matchup, they'll be at home against the Celtics. It's game 3 of a trifecta at home. Now here's Maxey. Embiid, a screen on Cunningham. Hits the trifecta. Maxey's got 5 points now in the quarter.
So locked in from range. Maxey almost makes it look effortless.
Cunningham passes to Duren. Here's Ivy. Beyond the arc. Can't hit that one. In a lot of ways, Paul George has been the prototype of the modern swingman, Grant.
Yeah, 6'8", and with his versatile skill set, plug and play on any team. But health has been a challenge as of late. Now in his mid-30s, can he maintain that elite level?
Clock at 2. Here's Maxey. The rebound by Detroit. Cunningham looking it over. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Yep, that one goes.
And I love the energy from Cunningham inside, pushing to get the bucket.
George outside. Walker, a screen on Thompson. For 3, George. And there's the foul. It's on Joel Embiid. That'll be a second foul of the game.
First team foul.
And the 76ers with some changes. Watford's checked in for Walker. Oubre comes in for Paul George. And McCain subbed in for Grimes. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Robinson, he's checked in for Cunningham. Harris outside. Here's Thompson. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Detroit on top. They're up by 8. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm Assist of the Game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
He'll be proud of that one. Bigs love when their passing skills are noticed.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Detroit leading by 8. We've got George. Tyrese Maxey is out there with Quentin Grimes. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Walker in at the power forward position. That's the group in the game for the 76ers.
And something Ivy continues to improve. He's becoming a real threat from downtown.
And so it's Embiid who brings up the ball for Philadelphia. Walker, a screen on Duren. Embiid against Duren. Oh, they get a hand on it. Oh, stolen by Harris. And now the Pistons in transition. Ivy. Ooh, it misses. The 76ers running out of time. George in the post. Pounded by Harris. Cash!
I know what they say. Defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
And the Pistons shooting 47% on this one. Looking efficient. Maxey against Cunningham. Off on the layup.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Maxey on the wing. He's watched by Cunningham. Maxey against Cunningham. Duren pulls it down. The Pistons lead by 9. Outside Thompson. Ivy a screen on George. Here's Cunningham. Let's loose for 3. Cunningham attacks for 3.
Yeah, what a massive showing from Cade Cunningham. It's been really a treat to watch.
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Up top, Embiid. Covered by Duren. Embiid against Duren. Fires the three. Cunningham there for the rebound.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
And a comfortable win for them here. Game is out of reach. Good performance for the Pistons.
Well, Grant, I don't know if there was one deciding factor in this game, but I'd say shooting accuracy if I had to choose.
Agreed, B.A. They really went after quality looks and shot the ball with confidence.
And they earned win number 9. Each win so important in this league.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with a win in the first game.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Cade Cunningham.
And he was getting buckets all night long, giving the defense that work.
And Ivey has made some real progress in improving this part of his game. Now you got to take him seriously from deep.
So we see the Pistons taking the W here. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Cade Cunningham.